So a little bit of a change. It's in focus. A little bit of a change of environment in my studio right now. Haven't shot here for my YouTube videos, but it's cool instead of shooting in your room. And today we're going to be talking about rigging out this camera. This is the Canon EOS R3. But before we go there, I want to talk a little bit about my sort of thought process or philosophy when it comes to rigging out a camera like this. And for one, when I'm talking about rigging out a camera like this, which I would consider a small camera, I know it's a bit ironic to call the EOS R3 small. But for me, this is a mirrorless camera that's meant for, a lot more smaller kind of productions. You want to be nimble, you don't want to like overload it. And so like when I see these YouTube videos like rigging out my Canon R5 to be like this massive ass camera, I find it a bit odd because why buy an R5 when you want to make it so big? Minimalism or being simple is generally the best idea when it comes to rigging out cameras like this. The base of the core of this rig obviously is the R3, and it's using the Smallrig Canon EOS R3 cage. I'm not sure what the part number is, but it'll be down in the description below. If you want to see a review of this cage, I did. You can link it somewhere right here. It's in the description. This is, to my knowledge, the only cage that you can get for the Canon EOS R3. Strange, I know, but it's the only one, and I really love it despite some of its like quirkiness in certain situations. But yes, this is the core of it. So first things first, when we're starting to rig out, the most important thing for me, besides the cage, is going to be a top handle. The top handle just allows you to have different kinds of holding positions, makes it more ergonomic. And the top handle that I'm using is the Smallrig Black Mamba top handle. I really like this top handle because it's very, very light and it's very comfortable to use. It has a bunch of mounting points and a cold shoe at the top. It also has a bunch of points with the RE locating pin so it doesn't move around. The only thing I don't like is it doesn't have a built-in Allen key, but straight away it goes right on the rig itself with a 3/8 mount. Really simple, just like that. And if you want to tighten it more, you can take the Allen key from the cage itself and just tighten it so it's not going anywhere, and you have a pretty solid yet not super heavy rig altogether already. The next thing that I'm going to put on is obviously going to be a side handle. And why I love a side handle, because it just allows you even more control when you're shooting handheld on something like this. And so the side handle that I'm currently using is this, I can't even remember the name, but I'll put it down here. This is the swivel side handle or something like that. I really love this side handle for one unique feature. It does come with a NATO rail at the side because the cage doesn't have a built-in NATO rail at the side, so it comes with this. And basically all you do is you just slide it on, lock it in, and there you go. You got a side handle just like that. It's really comfortable to use, and my favorite part is that the problem with side handles is a lot of times you find that it can be very unergonomic if it's a fixed position. And what this handle does is that it allows you to just push down and turn it in any way that you want. And so if you want to shoot down low, you can hold it like that. Up high, shoot it like that. And if I'm not mistaken, it allows you 360. Just turn as much as you want, all the way. It's kind of fun to do, but I'm a bit afraid I'm gonna snap it. But yeah, I really love this. It's really, really nice grip. I love that, that just the being able to turn it around. Sometimes I shoot like this really close to my body. That way I can hold it like this and just keep it steady. Let's say I'm doing handheld for long periods of time, for an interview, for example, I might just hold it like this really close to my body so I can keep it steady as much as I can. And it has once again, a really nice grip. It has an Allen key at the bottom right here. So you can take out stuff if you want. You can tighten it and things like that. But yeah, it has a bunch of mounting points and a cold shoe, but I don't really use this because I don't like to have my rig too off balance to one side. It's just really comfortable. So most of the times I will probably be running like this, and the only issue that I have with just running this side handle is that the screen actually gets blocked right here. We're gonna turn, you can't, so like you kind of have to like maneuver it at times to use it. But it's nice because like once you have this top handle, side handle, what you can do is you can just kind of like hold it like that, just be a little bit more ergonomic with the way you shoot, being able to like turn up close like that, holding it. It's really nice, and as a handheld rig, it makes it a lot easier to shoot, and if you don't want it, it's quickly released with the NATO rail. Usually when I'm running like this, I'm either using a wireless Go, but most of the time I'm just having like just for scratch audio, a small. I still love these guys, small, compact, good enough for scratch audio. But now comes the main issue, is sometimes, you know, it's just not feasible to shoot like this. Yes, you have an EVF, but I don't like having the camera up here. I love shooting from down here a little bit, just below eye level. It just makes things a little bit more, in my opinion, a lot more cinematic, because you don't shoot you don't shoot top down. But the issue with this is that if you're shooting like this, it can be hard to see the screen because you're gonna have to bend down like that. And so what I like to do is I like to add a monitor. This is the monitor that I mostly use with the camera. This is Atomo Shinobi 5-inch. Really nice, very lightweight monitor. Screen is not super accurate, but it's more than enough. If you know your white balance, you don't really have to trust the screen. But my favorite accessory to use with this is the Smallrig hot lock system. They sent this over to me, and why I love this system is because it's based on a quick release system where you can attach these bottom mounting points to literally whatever that you want, and you can quickly take them out and remove them. So at the bottom, what you also see here in these things is that you actually have these like locking pins so that they don't move around. You basically take this quick release and you put them onto anything that you want. For example, here I have it on my monitor. Let's put it on a couple more things just to show you how easy it is. So this is something else that I use alongside this monitor, and that's going to be an EVF. I know the R3 has an EVF, however, the main problem is that it's stuck at the side, so you can't actually move it. So you always have to use it up here. But an external EVF, this is the Portkeys LI2, if I'm not mistaken, or is it the OI? No, this is the LI2. It's a really nice, affordable EVF. It doesn't have the best screen. I actually did a review about this. You can check it out over here. But this is an amazing compact EVF, and if you're looking for something, I highly recommend this. Fix this on right here. So now you've got your tool accessories built in with the quick release system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually attach this to the handle itself. This is my favorite. This is obviously going to be a magic arm. I love it. It's super flexible, very solid. But how I would attach this to here is that you have another mounting option here, and so what you're gonna do is you can just remove it. And the only problem is this is a 3/8 in front here, or up here is a 3/8 screw. So you gotta get an adapter for it. And so you have like one of these like tiny ass adapters. You just tighten this onto the top handle like so, and you take your quick release plate, you set it on here, and you lock it in. And now that you've placed your quick release on here, you can just leave it there. It doesn't disturb anything because it's so small and light. But if you need, let's say, an accessory on it, what you can do is you can take this hot lock system. It goes on really simple. Not so sure if you can see it right here. You just press this lever, lock it into place, and there we go. Solid, rock solid system. Doesn't come out, and basically this arm can just move around as you want. What you can do is you can take your EVF that already has the quick release, you can put it there, and it's locked solid in place. Then what you can do is you can take the arm and just move it around as you wish. So if I'm shooting like this, basically what I can do is I can hold like that. And if I wanted to move it around, I could obviously just move it around if I'm on the tripod and I'm holding it at the side. You can do it like that, or whatever configuration that you want. In fact, if you can find another mounting point, which I believe there should be some here, you can actually take it out from the quick release. If you have another one of these arms, you could just put it over here and lock it in. And if you want to change to say a monitor, just like that, and you have a really versatile system that allows you to be a lot more flexible when you're moving things around. So if, let's say you want to switch this over to a wireless transmission system, just have the quick release on the wireless transmitter, switch it out if you want to, and bam, Bob's your uncle. So you can take it out if you want to, straight away just like that, go run and gun. You don't want this arm, just take it out. There you go, you're back to going handheld. And this is what I really love this system, because it takes away the pain of needing to screw in and out, blah blah blah, and then you're wasting time on set, and then suddenly somebody gets angry, producer gets angry, you gotta go, time is money, blah 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 blah. And that's why I really love this system. Just like so, and you have a really nice way to mount your monitor really quickly and pack down really fast. And so if I wanted to do like a more of like a low angle, I can go low just like that. So yeah, that's basically how I rig out my EOS R3. Very simple. The only downsides of this rig is that it's very front heavy. If you look, if I put it down, it can never stay up straight because there's just so much weight, especially when it comes to the lens. I don't like putting like a V-mount battery on this because it just adds more unnecessary bulk to a already compact camera, and so I like it like that. I do have to struggle a bit with the weight, but that's kind of like the trade-off, because what this allows me to do is quickly go from handheld to gimbal and change it wherever I need to on the fly, because these are the kind of jobs that I would use this kind of rig. So yeah, that's basically how I rig out my R3. Just want to give a quick shout out to Smallrig for sending me this stuff to try out. If you have any questions about this rig, do let me know. If I didn't cover in this video, I'll be more than happy to help you out. I do encourage you at least to try and look at the hot lock system, because this is my favorite accessory of all time. Saves so much time on set, and I think it will really be beneficial to you, and it's not specific to the R3. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.